Oh, okay. So, hi guys. You might not actually know it, but this is the second time I'm doing this. Believe it or not. Last time I talked for 10 minutes and it didn't save because I don't have room on my computer, which is okay because what I was talking about was protecting my peace. And I won't be mad because things happen. Whatever happens, happens. Que sera, sera. Um, but basically, I was just talking about the artist's way and what? What? Okay. Yeah, I was just talking about the artist way and my progress with it. Because I think I've had really good progress with it. I've had better progress with it than I had with it when I was doing it last year. Last year, when I was doing the artist way, I entered a state of delusion. And I went kind of crazy. But it's fine. Because this year, I haven't started to go crazy yet. I feel like I'm actually on a really peaceful wavelength, which is good. This week, I'm not supposed to read anything or watch anything. I'm just supposed to create. It's really hard, but it's only been 3 days. But as I was saying in the last video that didn't save, in those 3 days, I feel like... One second, I'll get it back. In those 3 days, I feel like my brain has quieted down a lot. Because I'm not consuming anything other than what comes from my head. And so there's nothing that's jumbling up my thoughts. It's just my thoughts, which is really nice. But then at the same time, my head is filled with thoughts, which is complicated. Because when your head is filled with thoughts, you have to come to some difficult realizations, man. You stand and you look at yourself and you're like, man, you're not measuring up right now. And like, sorry, my bad. But then you kind of have to look at that. It forces you. It's forcing a mirror in your face. But there's a giant pimple on this side. It's like this big. You have to look at it because there's nowhere else for you to look. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But then, see, when you think about it, it's actually good. Because before, you didn't know about that giant pimple. And everyone was seeing you walking around with a big ass pimple on your face. But now you can see it. And now you can actually wonder, what do I do about this pimple? Which is kind of it's kind of an out there analogy. But that's how I feel. I feel like I'm not saying anything that relates to what I said in the first one, which is crazy. I don't remember what I was saying in the first one. Oh, I remember. Okay. I was also talking about how the artist way, especially at the point that I'm in right now, it forces you to reconcile your present self with your past self and what you want your future self to be like. And I was saying, I want my future self to be rich. I want to be very rich. Okay? I want a lot of money. Like I always say, I'm vain. I am somewhat materialistic. I like things. I really like things. But not in the I want things for things' sake. I just like I get attached to things. And so I want to be able to have my things to be attached to, you know? I like things in the sense of I would collect things from antique shops. Not in the sense of I would buy a private jet and a house on the Cayman Islands. I mean, would I? No, I don't have any use for those things. But, like I said, I like things. And I also just want to have a really nice big house where everyone is welcome and they can come ask Mama Alikia whatever they want to know. And I will always have wise words for them. And I'll have my big garden. I'll have horses. I'll have swans in my pool. And I'll have... What else will I have? I'll have cats. I have a lot of cats. You know, I feel like people either have cats or dogs in their homes. And I think I want cats. After I have had Kanye, my son, I think I want cats. What else will I have? Well, all of that, the artist way makes you write a letter to yourself at 80. No, a letter from yourself at 80 to your present self. And so I have all of that in my journal somewhere. But I'm not supposed to read those pages again until, like, way after I'm done. because those are things that come from your stream of consciousness. You kind of dump everything. The morning pages, you write 3 pages, stream of consciousness, first thing you do when you wake up. And so everything that's in your mind, everything that's in your subconscious, it doesn't have time to run away back to the back of your brain after you wake up. You just put all of it on the page. It's like, wow, you're really seeing yourself. You're really seeing everything that you think, which is, it can be odd. Sometimes I write something, I'm like, damn, I hope no one ever reads my journals. Like, I have to burn it before I die or something. But sometimes my journal is really profound. I was talking about this. I was saying my journal can be really profound. Wait a second. I have my journal right here. I'm going to read a profound line. If I can find it. You might have to give me a second. I really can still be talking while I'm looking. Because I was also saying, I feel like I talk a lot, and it's because I was really quiet when I was a kid. So I've just been making up for it this entire time. And so sometimes I can just be talking, and really my brain isn't reasoning what I'm talking about, but the words are coming out anyways. Like, I can tell you right now that it's really just straight stream of consciousness just coming out of my mouth. None of the words that are coming out of my mouth right now, I'm thinking about it before they're coming out, which is so funny. My brain is on this journal right now, bro. I don't know what I'm saying, honestly. But I feel like I know exactly what I wanted to say. Oh, I was writing in my journal when I was in the bathtub, and I'm just like, oh, this bathroom is really nice, but I'm really dizzy because, like, the steam and the incense. I love Beyonce. I realized that recently too. I love Beyonce. I've been realizing a lot of things that I loved really recently, which is so odd, because I feel like even if you don't know yourself, you still know yourself to an extent. But man, I didn't know myself until I came to college, which is good. That's another thing I was talking about in the last video. What does that have to do with village? In the last video, I was talking about how I feel like I'm finally growing up, because I felt like all this time I was growing, but I wasn't growing up. So I feel like I'm growing up, and my frontal lobe is developing, which is good. What have I been doing since I can't watch anything? I've been doing a puzzle with Angela. And so in the daytime, I find ways to entertain myself, and then I do a puzzle with Angela at night, and we're bonding, but then also, as Cash said when I was on the phone with him, we're also acting like a toxic lesbian relationship, but it's all okay because the puzzle is coming out really nicely. Teamwork makes the dream work. She keeps saying, I don't know why you wanted a 1,000-piece puzzle. Well, that's all I have to say. Honestly, I feel like I out-talked myself in the first one. At this point, I've been talking for like 20 minutes straight, so I don't have anything else to say. I'm kind of done. I'm running out of words. I feel like I had to do this. That's good. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot of words in my head. Maybe I should just say them all out so that I'm wrung dry of words, and then maybe I'll be able to do things because I'm not cycling things over and over in my head because I got them out. Don't have to get it out to somebody. You just get it out to your camera, I guess. It is fun. A lot of the times Sophie has to listen. Yeah, I'm just like talking her ear off 99% of the time. Sophie, did you know this? Sophie, did you know this? Sophie, did you know this? Sophie, I just realized. Sophie, I just realized this. Sophie, oh my god. She's like, yes, Alika. Yes, Alika. She's listening. I'm talking a lot. She's gonna get really big ears after this. Yeah. But
I might only hear every fourth word, but it's okay.
yo,
Try my hardest.
she can't hear, but she is trying her hardest. We love the effort. But I think that's it. I don't have any more words to say. Bye, guys. Bye, imaginary audience and Angela. How do I stop this?